Now, second part of the question. The question speaks that you are required to calculate the cost of the merger if the takeover is funded by stock. That is a question. Dear students, over here we understand that as far as the day limited is concerned, its earning is provided to us as 5 crore. So for day limited, listen carefully. The earning is an amount of 500 lakhs. Number of equity shares are 10 lakhs. So earning per share is 5050. Multiplying with the price earning ratio, that is 20 times. That will give MPS. 50 into 20, that is 1000 rupees. As far as the consideration is concerned, it is an amount of rupees 55 crore. So number of equity shares to be issued will be 55 crore divided by 1000. It means that it has been given 5,50,000 shares will be issued. This is the way we can compute first of all how many equity shares will be issued. Afterwards, as what we do normally, we are required to compute, let's say, what is the market value attributable to shareholders of Night Ltd after merger. That will be compared with the market value of the Night Ltd before merger to compute the cost of merger. So write down answer for the second part of the question. Calculation of cost of merger, comma, if consideration is paid in form of shares. In that, working note number 1, calculation of shares issued. In that, calculation of MPS of day limited. So we understand that over here we'll compute the MPS of day limited, and based on that we'll compute that how many shares will be issued by day limited for acquisition of Night Ltd. So that working will start with the earning, that is an amount of 500 lakhs. Number of equity shares, that is 10 lakhs. Earning per share is 50. Multiplying with the price earning ratio, that is 20 times. So market price per share is 1000 rupees. 50 into 20. With paragraph write down. Number of shares to be issued. It is amount divided by market price of day limited. Amount is rupees 55 crore. So it is 5,500 lakhs divided by MPS is 1000 rupees per share. So 5,500 lakhs divided by 1000. it comes to 5,50,000 shares. This is the number of equity shares to be issued by Day Limited for acquisition of Night Limited. Now working note number 2, calculation of MPS of the merged firm. It is market value of day plus market value of night divided by number of shares of day plus number of shares of night into exchange ratio. As far as market value of Day Limited is concerned, it is 1000 rupees per share into 10 lakh number of shares. So 1000 into 10 lakhs. And market value of night is concerned, it is 7 lakh is the number of shares into market price per share. As far as the market value of the night is concerned, it is 715 into 7 lakhs. Whole divided by number of shares of the merged firm. That is number of shares of Night Limited, that is 10 lakhs. Sorry, Day Limited is 10 lakhs and shares issued to Night Limited is 5,50,000. Dear students, with respect to the market value of the merged firm calculation, we have not been given information that price earning ratio will remain same. We have not been given information that there is a change in the growth rate. Neither present value of the incremental earning is given to us. That is the reason, so we assume that the market value of both the companies together is market value of the merged firm. So here it is 10,000 lakhs plus 5250 lakhs divided by 15,50,000. That comes to 983.87. So this is the way we make the computation of the MPS of the merged firm. And the final answer, cost of merger. Or we can say it is cost of takeover. It is MPS of the merged firm into shares issued minus market value of Night Limited. What is MPS of the merged firm? This is MPS of the merged firm. 983.87 into shares issued are 5,50,000 minus market value of the target company before merger is 5250 lakhs. So 983.87 into 5.5, that comes to 5411.285 lakhs minus 5250 lakhs. So it is 161.285 lakhs. This is the way we have to compute the cost of merger or cost of takeover. So this is the way cost of the merger is calculated for shares consideration. Now friends, importantly, what happens over here, we understand that in case of the cash consideration, the cost is 250 lakhs. In case of the shares consideration, we think that apparently the cost would be same 250 lakhs, but the answer is not like that. The reason behind that is Basically, to compute that, say how many number of shares will be issued, this 1000 rupees is taken as base, that is MPS of day limited before merger. This 1000 is taken as base, and accordingly we compute the number of shares to be issued. And post acquisition, actually the price of acquiring company is 983.87. That is the reason, so the cost of the merger over here say is slightly lesser. Basically, there is a concept that is given a name as the apparent cost of the merger. Dear students, as far as the apparent cost of the merger is concerned, in that the calculation is made like this. It is MPS of the day limited before merger into shares issued minus market value of Night Limited. This is the way we can compute the answer. MPS of day limited before merger is 1000. Shares issued are 5.5 lakhs. Minus market value of the Night Limited is 5250 lakhs. So it is 5500 lakhs minus 5250 lakhs. That comes to rupees 250 lakhs. This is the way we can make the calculation of answer. However, the question does not provide us to compute the apparent cost of the merger. We are required to compute the true cost of the merger. Basically, this apparent cost of the merger is misleading, because what happens that say we apparently feel that say we have issued 5,50,000 shares having market price of rupees 1000, and accordingly the cost is calculated. But in fact, post merger, when the shareholders of the target company will share the shares of day limited, then investors are not going to get 1000 rupees per share. The investors are going to get 983.87 rupees per share. That is the reason say we understand that say this apparent cost of the merger is misleading, and that is the reason say we have a difference between the cost of the merger with cash consideration and with shares consideration. This additional point is only for the purpose of understanding. We don't have to write anything like this in examination. We just have to make the calculation of the cost of the merger, and the question provides that say which option is preferable. You can see that the question says that say you are required to calculate the cost of takeover and advise day limited on the best alternative. So of course we understand that say the company should go for the shares consideration. That will answer the question. Day limited is advised to take over Night Limited by issuing shares. Full stop. With paragraph read down, we understand that actually MPS of D before merger is rupees 1000, comma, using that price we have computed number of shares to be issued. Full stop. Further write down. However, actual price is rupees 983.87 post merger, full stop. So cost of merger is less. This is the way we have a kind of reasoning.